So this game introduced me to the first person shooter genre. This was not my first game. My first game was Helicopter. But enough of that. Maybe someday I'll show you this motherfucker too. As a child I used to pick me some mountain to climb and then to jump right off it. And I would enjoy the music a lot. This game shaped me as a person and made me which I am today. I guess you could only imagine what I did when GTA 4 released. I.G.I came out back in 2000. And yeah, I call it I.G.I because in my childhood there was no English around. I read it was inspired by Jameson Bond, GoldenEye, a Nintendo game. I did not have any Nintendo and I also was a happy PlayStation 1, 2 and 3 and PC child. No time for children console. It was made by Interloop and the main character David Jones was voiced by two guys. One had to do the dialogue and the other one the hurt sounds. The game's location is kinda different. It's set in Estonia and the border region between Russia. Hey, wait a sec. Estonia?
Why Finland police? Fuck Estonia! Why?
Many people uploading I.G.I content to YouTube are from Asia. Unlike in Europe, there are many fans of this title and they still love the game to this day. So if there are any viewers from Asia, ma'am, why are you redeeming, ma'am? You mother chode, I told you don't redeem it, ma'am. Story goes as far I've looked it up. Something about a warhead being stolen and some Russian girl from the KGB being responsible. So our task is to do whatever our handler Anya says so. Bring the motherfucker back and kill that fucking cunt for stealing it. There is one more caveat with this game. Don't open the .exe in the main folder. You're not able to set up the graphics. The game will crash. Go to the PC folder. Click right mouse button, this exe. Open the property menu and then go to the compatibility section. Switch to Windows 98 or Windows 95. You have to do this again once you start up your PC. Open the exe. If it does not start at first try, set it to the other Windows version, 95 or 98. Click it again. Don't climb on cars. It could be very dangerous. It could crash your game. If you want to play it, there are sources online. I got my original right here. Yeah, on Dix, where bought media belongs to. Maybe you have to apply some patches, but you'll be fine. It's abandoned there. Don't expect any lawyers. But don't create mods for Grand Theft Auto or you'll be sent a cease and desist from Take-Two. Fuck you motherfuckers, sons of bitches. This tactical shooter throws us right into the first mission. How do we progress? Quiet and loud. Which route do we take? In which order do we approach our goals? It's all up to us. This game gives you all the freedom. Sometimes it can be linear, but it's okay. Being handheld or in a children's leash is not always bad. doing it all game long makes it pretty problematic. Many maps are made out of the same buildings. They differ from each other by having other furniture or wallpapers or some doors being locked. They make for good indoor missions. I love indoor missions more than the outdoor ones. It's more exciting to have close quarter combat, but I am also okay by sniping enemies from the distance, planting mines to lure them into a trap, and fighting them the old-fashioned way with an assault rifle. I.G.I has the perfect balance, as you will see when we explore some levels. I finished this game on hard, and it forced me to explore the interiors, finding health kits or other useful stuff I've never knew about. Although recycling a hell of a lot, the levels still differentiate from the structure, landscapes, skyboxes, terrain, pull up, soundscapes and weather conditions. My favorite is the nuke plant, with its San Andreas looking orange skybox. Which also reminds me of Gary's Mod Story Mode.
What's wrong with this asshole?
The huge company building and the Spetsnaz soldiers as enemies. The terrain structures offer no secret items to find, yet there are mountains which look somehow interesting to climb on, to see how high you can go. There, I walked 5 minutes straight away from the mission goal, and the game did not even get me punished for it. There is just nothing to explore no more. The YouTuber Shobi did an interview with a mod developer. I mention this because the mod developer noticed one thing I've never noticed before.
You have this huge ass empty map, right? Because it is the same map every single level. They just alter a little bit of the starting area, and you think you're in a different area, and they alter the texture of the terrain, but you're actually at the same map for all of the missions.
Isn't that impressive? Also, check out Shobi, he was my main inspiration to make this video in the first place. Well, in a way worse quality and overuse of unfunny jokes and foul language. My style, I guess. He also did a review of I.G.I and added some nostalgia, which makes it for me really outstanding. Link to said video and channel in the description. The important part of the map are procedurally generated, just like the little destroyable trees of GTA San Andreas. I like the tunnel complex missions, which are literally corridor levels, and I'm fine with it, because the enemies are not always on the same spot, because they are walking from A to B and you never know when you'll meet them for a nice gunfight. 1 or 2 missions set during nighttime would have been great, but the nuclear plant level is set during sunset, so that's pretty close to a night, I guess. As you can see, the controls are very outdated. Let me change up some things. You can have a laugh while I am fixing everything. Oh, and don't hate on me because I don't use the C key for crouching. You can do that in Fortanafta. We play real games here, you fucking fat. Yeah, I did invert my epsilon axis. That's how it works. If you push a lever up, so away from you, you fly down. If you pull it to you, you fly up. Same piss and shite with the mouse. Do I really need to justify myself in front of some YouTubies? For the most time, you've got information finishing the tasks you've been given. Or get item A to place it on object B. There is one escort mission and even a literal sniper tower defense mission. You don't have to do it from the tower though, which is better, because there is one scripted moment when you get spotted, and I tend to miss that moment, so I prefer the other way around. That's what I.G.I makes so good. You can decide how to approach the goals. Of course, at the end of the day, it's still walk, point and click, but you can decide where you walk and whom to point and click at, because sometimes it's better to walk around the enemy instead of fighting him. All the other guys cry, their AI being too buggy, but I say, if you get spotted, it's all your own fault. Your employer gave you special tools to spot enemies before they spot you. The enemies are literally framed with red frame while you're stalking them with your binoculars. They are even marked on your satellite map if you zoom in. Those critics wouldn't even stop crying when developers would go ahead and program in a wall hack to make things even more easier. Under all the complaints, people very often mentioned that you could not save your progress doing missions, which is also utter nonsense. The missions are long enough to repeat them if failed. No need for saves. You got to find your route and then you proceed. If you fail, you restart the mission and do it all over again. You improve your strategy. That's it. This is how you learn, even in real life. A few words to my favorite topic in video games. Destruction. There isn't much going on when talking about destruction. It's pretty simple, but it's there. You get big explosions of gas tanks. You can make PC monitors explode. Sometimes they cause you and the interior no damage, and they are muted.
This moment when your computer fucks up and he strikes back at you.
You can break glass as well as hitting tanks. The explosions have weight and they're hot. It's so hot it burns off your McDonald's eyebrows while staring at your desktop. The bullet penetration is pretty cool. It was my first game which introduced this feature. You can wallbang enemies. Ricochet. IGI also features ricochet. If you shoot the ground, your bullet will bounce off it. The game gives you tools and tasks and sends you on your way. You decide how things are done. Wanna go in loud or quiet, your choice. The first level is an Amazon Prime example. You can blast your way through with your silenced MP5, grab yourself a hidden FN Minimi, or in other level trying out the Desert Eagle. Don't use the flashbangs, they are pretty useless, because you got to throw them in front of the enemy's foot to make them work, and it's way easier getting flashbanged by yourself. Look, they are even useless indoors. I throw the flash, get blinded through the wall, and the second enemy just changes his position. Just like in any other video game, there are medkits. You use them like a pistol, but you're shooting yourself and your health charges up. Very handy. But I.G.I would not be I.G.I with all them gadgets. I.G.I is here to kill for the greater good, so that you and me can keep playing on the computer, watch YouTube and do all of the other educating stuff. Guns. Here are me favorites. The Zastava will be your main working horse through the game. The game throws them at you. You'll never run out of them. can compensate the recoil while pushing the mouse up. I guess down for you, since you've been supporting the idea of not inverting the epsilon axis, huh? Treat it like you're playing Silver Strike 2. I.G.I will treat you good by handing you over a XM177 with a underbarrel grenade launcher. It's loud, it's deadly, but it is low on magazine capacity. When you're using this, consider to the old saying, switching to your secondary weapon is faster than reloading. I hope I did that quote right. This is the time that tells me to tell you about our trusty little sidearm, the Glock. You can't even rapid fire. Glock 17, your little helper, getting you out of bad situations. Feels good making headshots on close range. The MP5 with silencer. It's silenced, it can zoom, and it can make you kills in far range. Pretty ironic, but I don't want to complain. It really helps you stealthing through the levels and making the enemies flinch in pain, distracting them from defending themselves. Other reviews cried about enemies not recognizing you trespassing and killing their colleagues. Yeah, because the gun is quiet. Not in real life, of course, but by the game's logic. They want the gun to do the stuff loud guns do. And then they complain about the game being too hard. If the AI does not hear you shooting people, they are dumb. If they spot you, they are too smart. There are parts of the game where you get forced into fights. But even then you can trick the game to your advantage. In this example, I am spawn camping because my companion AI is overwhelmed and he can die pretty easily. Grenades, or called by me mini nukes, they are pretty good for cleaning rooms of enemies, because the explosion radius is huge. You can't even get wounded by standing behind a wall, so instead of taking few steps back, you finna step a few walls back here. This makes them good and bad. A nice feature is while holding them, depending how long the farther the Jones will throw it. And they won't explode while holding them. Also, the pin is nicely animated while you're walking, equipped with the grenade. But there also are bad items. Cold Anaconda. This gun is a secret weapon and you'll find it hidden in Finding the Bomb, the last level. This is the worst weapon in the game when you play on hard. It has only 6 rounds in its revolver drum. The ammunition, which lays right next to it, does not help you because it's bugged. It requires .357 ammunition, not Magnum 44 like the box says. Thanks developer, big help. So I tried this gun and it got me killed. The Cold Anaconda isn't useful in normal difficulty either. Enemies die only after getting shot twice. And you only got 6 rounds. And it's slow. The sound is pretty good as well, as the reload animation I can't show you because of that ammo bug. But here's a video. The animation is pretty detailed. The cylinder spinning in the HUD is a nice detail. I.G.I ejects the empty bullet casings, uses a speed loader, and refills the cylinder with new useless ammo for the useless revolver. Then he slams the cylinder back into the frame, which is not very good for the crane. What a shame. They did such nice sound effects, animations and models just to throw it in the trash. I like the Zastava sound very much. It's very punchy and has this nice rehaul effect. And the very mechanical sounding reloading sound. Or the IMI Uzi sound. The special purpose automatic shotgun 12 is the best shotgun in the game. There, I said it again. Skybury me. To be honest, the Panker jackhammer is a piece of non-existent shite. It's unprecise, has way too much spread, and I don't like it. So, back to my Italian friend here. If I.G.I had the right ammunition, he also could semi-auto fire it. The Spaz 12 has oomph. Did you know that some of them had faulty lure safety mechanisms? Border crossing. And very interesting level is border crossing. The only mission in Russia. Well, at the Russian-Estonian border. Jones crashed the helicopter because he got shot down by the bad guy Egg. He got nothing left but his knife and a very weak connection to his handler Anya. From here it's pure survival. You take the sharpshooter's Dragunov after stabbing him in the back. Then you're on your way now, with a tank chasing you down. If it comes too close, it will shoot you with the cannon or even run you over. You fight enemies while running and you're collecting sniper ammo while fleeing. You need that ammo because the sniper rifle is your best friend. Your surroundings are covered with enemies. They are hunting you. Some of them are watching you through a sniper rifle scope and the barrel is pointed at your ass. So, you got rid of the tank for now. What the hell is this? They sent a fucking helicopter? A fucking mothership firing rockets and machine guns on sight, while you could fight the tank with the LAW rocket launcher. You can't shoot down no helicopters in this game, so the only way to get rid of them is to hide. I know, hiding is for f***s, but this is IGI. We hide in this destroyed ruin of a house, and after a few seconds we keep going. The helicopter is no danger for you now, because it will continue its route and land on the near located helipad. Oh look, this asshole is camping while waiting for you. He even built a little fortress so he can lure you into a trap, but I'ma make him jump. Now, we've arrived on a checkpoint and Anya is posting updates from 5 minutes ago because the signal is weak. So she tells you about the chopper who lost sight on you a while ago. It made me panic, but then I remembered the signal is weak, so this must be a message which got delivered with some delay. At this point, the mission sets itself apart from the others. Here you're not asked to fight. This is a flight section. If you try to shoot all the guards, either one of the cameras will spot you and trigger the alert, or some asshole pressing the button because he caught you red-handed. The landed helicopter will start firing at you and you'll die. It does not have to be airborne to work, but it will if you hold on too long. So only shoot when necessary, and then get the fuck on the truck and make your way back to Estonia. Maybe change your gamer diapers. I can smell it through the desktop screen. Ugh. In other scenarios, the game does not want you to fight by the developers setting up guards near alarm buttons. When activated, tanks and helicopters will be a force you can't fight against. Defend Preboy is an escort mission. Some asshole placed a penny on the railway and the train derailed. Luckily, both Jones and Jack Preboy survived. Only strapped with our good old Glock, we got to lead Preboy through the hood. Here the game involuntarily forces you to play after the script. After finishing the green guards, you have to rejoin Preboy. He tells you to search the warehouses. There are useful items, so it's worth the look. Like Roxette said, she's got the look. After crossing the gate, I will leave Preboy again, because I have to set up some fireworks for the not invited Spaznats guests. Then I will wait for the Fortnite party bus with a huge confetti launcher. Right after celebrating the arrival of my buddies, I will make my other funny dressed bros say hello to my little friend. Let's give them a taste of their own shite. I like this mission very much, because it builds up tension, hoping everything works out. There are many risks. We could lose Preboy due to the soldiers killing him. We could lose our own life and restart all over again. Enemies coming from everywhere. Preboy feels lonely, so I'ma chill with my Preboy for a while. Oh, there comes Dad with his helicopter. About time. It was getting dark real soon. Nuclear infiltration. Me absolute favorite level in the whole game. No point in denying it nor arguing about it. I love the level nuclear infiltration. All the workers checked out while the intruders checked in. This has a great mix of open combat and indoor fights. While playing on hard, I learned that I should bypass all enemies searching the compound outside. Because I got the option and each fight is a huge risk. Like I said, I play on hard and I never saw this as an option. This mode made me learn so much more about I.G.I. I did not even knew of this medikit in this Maimon barrack over here. Or even about the mystery rocket man. There is this engineer NPC wielding a rocket launcher. On normal difficulty, he does nothing in the mission, defend Preboy. I've tested this twice, because I could have sworn this guy shot at me during me first playthrough on hard. In hard mode, he shot at me, and here he did nothing. Matter of fact, in this first time here, he can't see me, because he turned his back on me. I had to provoke him, and we both paid the price for sure. On hard, he shoots and still does not hit, because the rocket projectile collides with the wall. Very interesting is that he gets to reload after firing 2 rockets consecutively. And now back to the program, me explaining why I like this mission the most. The tunnel section being way too linear. But this tunnel / bunker being linear is no problem in this mission, because it's only for a little bit. After clutching and making some frags, you get outside again. Surface level. So the next objective was to clean up another radar station so our crew can rendezvous. I recommend saving some sniper ammo because you don't want to get too close. Where is a sniper? Some soldiers on the roof of this building and a specialist in this bunker, of course. Then you finish the rest on the ground. I used the dual Uzi for some close quarter combat, which felt pretty good. While every enemy has the same voice, they at least differ from the looks and even in some tactics, while also having different clothing and gear. My favorite are the masked Spetsnaz soldiers. At first I thought they are some kind of intruders. Looks very tactical. They have the aura of a real criminal. Spetsnaz soldiers aren't idling around like the green ones. They are actively on the hunt for you, even utilizing a different walking style. They've got a faster reaction time and they can take more damage. They are even able to withstand a sniper bullet on their entire body. Your M203? Freaking useless. They won't die because they dodged the projectile. You can also knife them. Guess they don't have a stab vest, but they run faster away from incoming nades, which makes them more vulnerable to it. I like the low ready gun positions, but his most distinctive feature is when he sees you, he won't speak. The backpack wearing Arctic soldiers with the radio antenna sticking out are also really cool. Very nice. The sniper with his soldier looking uniform and helmet has also a nice touch. But they are really mean campers and they like to hide as well as to take cover. Just waiting for you to take the wrong turn, running right into them. Both of them. The sniper and sometimes even the foot soldier. But the guys I'm the most afraid of are the red berets. They are really frightening, waiting for you, making a huge mistake by triggering the alarm. They are polishing their guns in their wooden barracks, loading the shotgun shells into their Spas 12s. The special operators are also not to underestimate because they're able to man a stationary Browning M2HB, taking your HP array in under a second. At the missile trainyard, one of them is carrying my Glock around, which I took back to its rightful owner, which is me. The armor and sunglasses wearing agents / bodyguards are also really cool. Seeing them respawning in their barracks is their worst special ability. God, they're all annoying. Look here, he just did a roll to protect himself of any bullets. A very rare occasion. The green guards emit the most nostalgic feeling for me. If you leave out the sniper, I kill me a green soldier at the very start of an IGI playthrough. They are the first to bite the dust. Hey, gonna get you too, another one bites the dust. They holler, hey you! Or stop here! And stop! But spotting you is always very nice. Although it's bad news, nostalgia I guess. In general, I really like to hear them scream when a grenade is detonating and they're near. We are starting with the most exotic mission in my opinion. Missile Trainyard. This mission has a unique gimmick. It is prohibited to set the alarm off for 30 seconds. Sounds like an easy task, but the alarm buttons are near the enemies. Always in reach, waiting to be pressed and to stress me out. I've been given a XM177 with my old trusty M203 underbarrel grenade launcher and 40mm grenades. In this bunker there are 10 more grenades hidden. It never knew of that. It just found out by being noisy. The game rewarding you for exploring is also a good feature. Reminds me of the secrets in Dom. And yeah, this scientist is also pretty out of his mind. game introduces me to the mission by spawning me at the top of the tower. I can analyze the enemy placements by my handy tool, the binocular. It slides down a hill. There is a guard on a tower. It feeds him some grenade and sends him to sleep. On the left side of the bridge is another guard. It feeds him lead to make him fall to bed. Down the bridge there also is a guard at the checkpoint stand. He is the first one having access to that set alarm button. It takes him out, or he will take it out, turning that alarm on. Now the annoying part comes. Over the train rail there is a sniper on a scaffolding. He can see it, but it can't see him not so good. It makes use of the grenade launcher again. It makes use of the grenade launcher again. Now, the last annoying moron is hiding behind his Browning mounted on sandbags. Well, he is not as annoying as the guy who hits the alarm button again and again, so it won't deactivate.
Fuck you, motherfucker!
Disabling the cameras forever in the control building should lift some rocks off your chest. From now on, it makes sure to clear the place and reach its contact, Free-boy. As you can imagine, this game had no ragdolls back in the 2000s. But that's not a problem. If you kill an enemy, the animation will tell you. Hell, you can tell. Even though the bullet traces are very scarce, you can still see which part of the body you hit. There are stun animations. I often got into the situation where I hit the enemy, but I had to reload and he was stunned for a while. So I had to reload before the enemy was able to fight again. Very tense situation. Sometimes you can hear enemies stepping around in your vicinity, which builds up tension. Sometimes, while shooting, you can even hear the bullets whizzing through the air. Small detail, but worth mentioning. If you shoot the glasses of these agent-type goons or whatever, they'll make a glass cracking sound. Cameras. I hate them. They are little electric traitors, wrapped in plastic and watching the world through some lens and sensor in 15 FPS without any sound and colors, judging your faith by some light turning from green to red, breaking hell loose and making the job of infiltrating military checkpoints very hard. When there is only one camera it's fine, but if it's scanning the area or they're hidden in a disgusting angle and by that ruin your mission, they are the worst enemy. This is how the security cameras are working. Detecting you trespassing, recognizing enemies and other cameras being destroyed/dying. The devs even placed cameras so they're facing each other. Means if you shoot one, the other one will see it and trigger the alarm. You can circumvent this by turning them off, by accessing the control center or by taking another route. Turning them off lasts only a couple of minutes, so every second counts. The music captures the gameplay perfectly, no matter which track. It's what makes you retry the mission again, makes you feel sad because you saw Jones die, or builds up tension because you're at the last section of a mission, low on health and ammo. Depending on how long you take, it's looping around in the background and it never becomes annoying. It makes you feel like a spy and a hero, based on the given context and circumstances. Top 3 favorite tracks. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1. Eagle's Nest 2. Eagle's Nest 2 is also a very exotic mission. It's set in a huge old castle. This means enemies are far away from me, which makes my main tool, the sniping rifle, most important. There are some close combat situations, but the main focus to win is to snipe the enemies. There are no cameras and no alerts, but the only enemies are Spetsnaz soldiers. Problem is, ammo for the sniping rifle is scarce, so I got to thinking. I've never explored this level. I got my path and was on my way, always. I looked through a building. Nothing. Nothing but a nice view, I guess. Then I checked the barracks. Nothing. Another one. Something! I felt very happy that moment, encountering that Dragunov laying on the table. Knowing about this rifle earlier would have made things a lot easier. All the time. And again, this is why exploration is so important. I.G.I keeps rewarding players for looking around. The last mission. What do I like about her? What makes her unique? Why am I describing her qualities? I like the tunnel sections. They are very exciting, being unpredictable. This mission will test all you've learned during your playthrough. Again, we can find plenty of sections which let you decide how to handle things. The first office room is very big and you can stealth your way through, or even snipe the enemies. It's an open sandbox with some enemies. I always leave the shotgunner alone, as he is a risk I won't take. Remember me mentioning that you don't always have to fight? That also means the tank. You can either shoot the tank or run away from it. It saves you 1 RPG you can use for the bigger return on investment. Reprogramming the turrets so your attackers get shot is the best characteristic of this mission. The fine line between dying yourself, doing a mistake, and watching others die is very refreshing. My favorite gimmick. You just need to reprogram them, and they're your best friend. But only for this section. They don't show up never again after this. Pretty unique. One more reason to like this feature. What's the mistake you can prevent? Easy. walking into a camera or getting spotted killing the enemy, which is kinda ironic. The camera should act aggressive toward the Spetsnaz because they are invading the place. Guess they've rewritten the security algorithm to make them immune of any consequences? The cameras are also here, which spices up gameplay. If the alarm is activated, some grunts storm out of their rooms and try to sort you out. Speaking of Spetsnaz, they set up a trap and you can decide how you can approach them. You can attack from the front or from behind or just dodge them by taking another way. But there is good 9mm ammo for your old friend, Mrs. HK MP5, which is always useful. Wait description to circumvent the trap. I have no map, so I give you directions. It walks out of the turret room, the door on the last floor. It turns and walks the tunnel. This is the trap door from the front. It turns back and goes to the section with the curve to the right. Then a long tier follows. It walks the tier. It takes a right. In the intersection it will walk straight forward. It sees a numpad. It opens the door. It has arrived the elevator and dodged the trap. Oh, how many times I tried to win this mission, so many times, man. This mission can be so easy to fail and it is the longest one. But if you got a strategy, there ain't no stopping ya. At the automatic Gatling turret part, the Spetsnaz will respawn. From here on you have to reach the elevator. The gunman will enter the room until the elevator arrives. So I planted me some proximity mines. If you fail because of this, it will be annoying because it's really far into the mission. I love this part because you have to use everything you've got. Well, but crap on the flashbangs. Still, worthless. How did I achieve thinking like this? By learning the game, not by crying the game, hitting the table and the keyboard and yelling at the computer screen. Although the game got much more linear and there are no more unlimited landscapes, they still did not run out of options for you to take. One of the most unique decisions are to submerge the nuclear containers into the cooling liquid. This will freeze your time limit and turn this situation less hectic. Yes, there is a time limit in this mission. After some text box told you. These containers are explosive. So again, more tension. There are multiple factors working against you in this scenario. You can die by getting shot or be blown up. The blown up part is not even your own fault, which adds some more RNG. The first time an NPC shot the containers, we all died. And I did not even knew of this feature, so it was twice as funny. Also, nice detail. The Red Berets are here again. Remember, they are security of this facility. So we find ourselves between the fronts. Spetsnaz versus Berets versus you. Stay out of that conflict and head to the objective, because you're at the highest risks. You or even the container can be caught in the crossfire. The final standoff with I.G.I can be confusing. Enemies are respawning all the time and Anya needs to arrive to defuse the bomb without a defuse kit, of course. She is at the CT spawn. Bro, can you drop AVP? This is the last stand and it is pretty annoying to die. All that progression farted into the air if you fail. But you don't have to fight offensive for once. The first wave of enemies can be killed by camping for the most time. I.G.I enters the hall. There are two windows. One lets you shoot through it, using the nice bullet penetration feature again. That takes care of I.G.I. Now, here I had to take out the enemies to protect Anya, because the friendly AI is useless. Very sad, low on HP, and as nervous as a whore in church, hoping not to die again. Yeah, this mission is pretty challenging. I mean, look, but I did it. Just like PewDiePie Anya defusing the bomb. Ja, komm, mach endlich hier. Ich bin kurz vor tot. Oh, ja. Endlich. We get a final cutscene. No achievement for beating that game on hard. So, it lost like 95% of potential players. Well, the game does not feature a multiplayer, or a battle royale mode, or skins, or I guess he wasn't interested in the first place. Modern gamers. There won't be a outsourced Chinese 4K textures, AI upscaled and watered down game mechanics remastered with added censorship. This is me now, without any scripts or bullet points. I think I'm speaking for all of us when I'm saying we want IGI free. We know there has been an IGI free announced, but the whole thing went down with the studio, and still somebody has the license for IGI free. I saw a Shobi video, their interview, I've linked you in the description, and if somebody important is listening to this, we want an IGI free. Everybody's waiting for it. The Afghani people are waiting for it. The Indians are waiting for it. The Bangladesh are waiting for it. The Pakistanis are waiting for it. Or even in Europe, the Russians are waiting for it. The Polish people are waiting for it. Which one? The Brazilians in South America, they're also waiting for it. Yeah. IGI 2 released, but that game, yeah, it's been it's been out since 2003, and it wasn't really the yolk of the egg. It was the shell. Yeah, wasn't really okay, I think. Gotta take a look at it, but yeah, if somebody important listens to this, it's time. Get to work. Now! What I would not recommend. There is a game called Beyond Enemy Lines. I have not played it, but it looks really bad in my opinion. It looks like it copied the level structures of IGI and basically resells them. This is what happens if you don't release the third part. People go crazy. They create asset flips and selling them on Steam for horrendous pricings. In my opinion, it's a bad Unreal Engine 4 game, slapped together without any effort and copied map geometry. The IGI levels are sold as DLC. Also, the description fits IGI very well. No aim assist on PC. I certainly need that for mouse and keyboard, right? Goodness gracious. I'm horny for a new IGI, but not that desperate. Look the game up on YouTube. You'll find out for yourself. I'm wondering where I saw that before. They even call this DLC a donation DLC. Donations are for homeless people or organizations. If you really want Behind Enemy Lines, watch the movie starring Nico Bellic. This actor basically took down the role for Nico Bellic in GTA 4. Some people. Well, this is it. This was my video about my absolute favorite video game, IGI, Project IGI. I guess this is the first time I've mentioned the name in a right pronunciation, but okay. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm thinking about doing this for other games too. Basically, I have a lot to say about games, but nobody cares, so why not transform all of my opinion into a video? Yeah, thank you for being with me, and see you in the next one, I guess. And yeah, here's a little bug collection. The game is a bit rough around the edges, but it's good. Leave me some comments, I'll read them all. I have to unlock them because if I don't filter them, I can't read them because YouTube is filtering every comment these days, so yeah. But I'll make sure. I check them every once or twice a day, so yeah. Show me your nostalgia for the game or your thoughts, and yeah. Have a great time and see you around.